The development team of Infinity Ward is rebooting the Modern Warfare series with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Its story revolves around the Tier 1 operators with Price and possibly Soap returning, and freedom fighters leading you to locations like London, the fictional country of Urzikstan, and perhaps other Middle Eastern countries. The mission design, added to by the revamped engine, will be claustrophobic, realistic, and show the other side of war, nothing like any of the previous Call of Duty games. You will have to make choices, babies will be used as shields, and civilians will be murdered in front of you. Let's take a look at who will get to play and where it will all take place and what the story will revolve around. An Al-Qaeda terrorist cell is intercepted at the Piccadilly Circus by the police and Special Air Service or SAS. The terrorists are pulled out of their cars at gunpoint amidst the traffic, but in the chaos a van drives forward a few yards and detonates. The aftermath is a horrifying scene lit up by burning cars and hosts a shootout as a secondary terrorist attack proceeds following the explosion. As an unnamed police officer, we will counter the terrorist attack in the heart of London. Based on the intel from a possible playable character, Sergeant Garrick, Captain Price and 3 SAS team proceed to a townhouse in London near a railway line. Before starting, you have an option to disable the lights and use night vision, or not. However, because the night vision goggles are quite the extension, you can't aim down the sights. Then, the operators sweep the building floor by floor, identifying and taking down the terrorists inside in the midst of night. They stumble upon a man, dressed as a civilian, using a woman as a hostage, but the SAS manage to take him down. But the deaths in this game aren't quick and clean, rather slow and uncomfortable to watch. However, the woman then proceeds to reach for the weapon and is shot as well. Blind fire comes through the wall and one of the team is hit. Using a shotgun, the player can blow a hole in the door and throw a grenade through, after which several enemies are shot, one of them while hiding under a bed. The next room has an old lady sitting on the toilet, looking innocent as it can be. But quickly she pulls out a gun and as we dive out of the way, we shoot her through the wall. So grandma's wasted. Moving up the stairs, they hear a man shouting, "Use the child." And as they enter the next room, a woman is seen running by, pulling the baby from a crib and holding it in front of her. You have a choice right then and there, to shoot the woman, but you have to take out the baby too. Afterwards, they move to the attic. As they enter the attic, a woman claims to be a hostage. The team decides to extract her, but she says she needs to get something out of her purse. Although the team insists on not doing it, she reaches into the bag and the team shot her. You don't know what she was going to do, but afterwards it appears she was reaching for a detonator. Captain Price confirms that intel was correct and they got a lead on the terrorist leader known as the Wolf and Russian gas that was stolen. Next is the fictional country of Urzikstan. Set 20 years in the past, it shows a moment in the childhood of 2 freedom fighters, Haider and Farah, a brother and sister that would later fight alongside Captain Price's Tier 1 team. The children are caught in an attack by a Russian general called Barkov, who is attempting to quash a terrorist presence. You start as Farah, buried under the rubble, banging on the sheet metal for rescue. Your mother is beside you, slowly fading into death as she got crushed by the rubble. Slowly, you have to crawl, being careful not to make a wrong movement and cause the rubble to collapse on you. Farah is then pulled clear by the Syria Civil Defense, a fictional version of the White Helmets, and reunited with her father. The two sneak their way home as they see Russian soldiers executing civilians in the street as a gas attack begins. They reach their home, reuniting with Farah's brother. Her father tells them that they need to hide in the mountains, go into the wilderness, and be as far from here as possible. But as he speaks, a Russian soldier breaks into their house and attacks the father, wounding him very badly. The soldier then proceeds to hunt the kids. As Farah, you hide under the bed. In the meantime, you pick up a screwdriver, crawl through the floor-level wall vents to sneak around and stab the soldier in the Achilles heel, later in the gut, and so on. At one point, the soldier gets a hold of you and starts beating you bloody, but Haider, your brother, came to the rescue and starts stabbing his neck. The soldier's getting dizzy, you grab his gun and you shooting. Quickly gathering his gas mask and other gear, you head out, saying goodbye to their dad that's bleeding out. They leave their house behind for good. Together, Haider and Farah sneak through the town, observing more shootings and gas victims. You reach a playground covered in yellow gas. and you have to sneak past the bodies of children that died by the attack. It might have been you. You then proceed to crawl through a field of poppies and reach a Russian truck with 2 guards. Crawling under the truck, Haider distracts the guards as Farah manages to grab a gun and blows the brains out of one of the soldiers. It then cuts to black. 3 additional levels will be playable too, although we don't know as much in terms of story. There is one called Highway, which appears to show sandy mountainous roads winding down through a Middle Eastern village, presumably Uruzestan. It was shown as part of a demonstration of the photogrammetry. To demonstrate the geometry rendering, they showcased the Embassy Riot level. The location isn't clear, but palm trees hint towards Uruzestan or another Middle Eastern country. Thermal rendering system was showcased involving a drone operator that was collecting intel on a nighttime mission, which showed a small airfield under attack with trucks pulling up to a series of small hangars. It was roughly 10 years ago when I first picked up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I've spent thousands of hours into that game and any Modern Warfare game since. I'm excited to go back, and the revamped engine combined with a realistic and confronting story should be very interesting. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, I would like to ask you to like or dislike, share, subscribe and click the notification bell to become part of the Masterminds HD community and notification squad. On top of that, you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter for daily updates and join my Discord if you're looking for an engaged community that revolves around Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Both links are in the description. Visit my Patreon page through the link in the description if you're interested in the intro briefs and additional content with summarized information from my videos. To end the video, I have a question for you. What is your first impression about Call of Duty Modern Warfare story? Leave your answer in the comment section down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. I'll talk to you in the next video on Discord, Instagram, Twitter or on YouTube. Peace out.